So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. Tyler Scott now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Coming out throwing is Williams. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Working quickly here. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Williams. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. DJ Moore, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Scott now to return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Out of the pistol, Williams. Allen on the catch. And he's going to be marked down about 4 yards away from that 1st down marker. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Swift on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down throw by Williams. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. A give, right side for Swift. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Rolling out to his left. He's running for it. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Williams from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves.
And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. He hucks it deep off his back foot. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 13-0 lead. DJ Moore the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Scott now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Escapes out to the left. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Third down. Here's Williams. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Pushes this one towards the sideline. He's got it, and the feet are in bounds too. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. To throw is Williams. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 37. He rolls to his right. He takes it himself. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Blitz coming for Williams. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. So 2nd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has his man, it's Swift. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here. Running behind center with Swift. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And he moves the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Williams. Bails out of the pocket quick. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Williams. The back grabs it. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Swift. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears make it a 1-score game before halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. He's going to push one deep down. Big game downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Williams on the play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. To throw, Williams. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Looking for the back that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams. He's on the move. Swift hauls it in. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Williams from the gun. Dump off caught by his back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
He's got him, that's Swift. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First down from the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Third down, here's Williams. He brings it in. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him first and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
So they'll be set up with a first. Off the play fake, Williams. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, they did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Chicago. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Scott now to return. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Williams to throw. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Throwing again on second, Williams has his man, it's Swift. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Williams to throw on third. Chased out to his right. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. Williams to throw on first. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing it again here. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
That's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Fits it through the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Williams on the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. So now the Bears getting set. Big moment coming as they go for two. The Bears decide to call their first timeout.
Shouldn't have called it.
And they still have two available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Now he got to rely on the onside kick.
So after thinking it over, they're lining up for two. He'll look to throw it. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for two, but it doesn't work out. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Scott now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bears first down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He beams one deep right side. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going, get it positioned, and swat it away. That is well done.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Bears offense, look at this. They haven't moved. They're going for two. He's throwing for it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Scott now to return. And he'll be out of bounds at the 22-yard line on the return. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. Put the body on the line for his team. So the Bears come away with a win. And partner, I know you... Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And we're off from Baltimore. Deontay Hardy to return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. A draw now. This is Henry. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1st down, Jackson gets this one to Andrews. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
This is Henry on 2nd. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Henry running to the left.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Henry. He'll not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And that hit stops him in his tracks. The makings of a goal line stand here. No gain on the run, and now it's 3rd and goal. Play fake. Jackson vacates quickly left side. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. started. 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 31. Flush down out to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Browns in need of some points before the break. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Watson now off play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Play action, it's Watson. Throw caught at the 6. That's a Cleveland touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Hardy on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Pistol snap to Jackson. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Long Thornhill takes it away. And the Browns take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it.
They connect on the deep shot. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get some late points and the lead. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Hopkins has it on the tee and he's ready to send it flying. Hardy on the return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. Buying some time right. Shake. And after all that running, he ends up out of bounds deep behind the line of scrimmage. Not even a throwaway. That's going to count as a sack.
I'll admit it, as a former QB, probably the last one to always cast blame on the QB, but that's a situation where you just got to get rid of the ball. I will give a little blame. You've got to throw it away and just take...
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Browns get the football back after returning this to the 15-yard line. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Touchdown, Cleveland! On is Hopkins for the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Browns double their lead to 14. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Hardy on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Taken in by Likely. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, here's Lamar. Buying some time left. Andrews with the catch. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Lamar off the play fake. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Jackson off the play action. Rolling out to his left. He's got Andrews. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Ravens calling on Justin Tucker for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. That kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. From the 37. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Got a man. It's Njoku. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. First and 10. Here's Watson. On the quick slant, it's Njoku. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. David Njoku, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Browns push their lead to 18. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Hardy on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Lamar now from the gun. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Play action, here's Jackson. Oh no, they get him yet again. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns get it.
Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it, tell me what you want, you can get it. Tied up, bad vibes, bad luck, been swinging like a boomerang. Dried up, all talk, no bite, now we're coming like a hurricane. Pull the curtain back, everybody wants to get some. A surprise attack, you and me together coming at you like a hurricane. Tell me what you want right now. Ooh, let everybody talk right now. So tell me what you want right now. You can get it. Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it, tell me what you want, you can get it.
Hold up, coming out of me, lightning bolt electricity. Blow up, tearing at the seams, yeah, I see it unraveling. Pulling back the curtain, got the sun in my eye. Everybody, they've been hurting, but they push it aside. Every person is a person with a different disguise. Feels like I'm on a desert island and it's Lord of the Flies, right?
Watch out for your neck, a wrecking ball is swinging heavy. With this adrenaline, it's coming out of me, lightning bolt electricity.
Tell me what you want right now. Ooh, let everybody talk right now. Tell me what you want right now. You can get it.
Yeah, well you can get it. Yeah, you can get it. Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it, tell me what you want, you can get it. I don't give it, tell me what you want, you can get it. Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it, tell me what you want, you can get it. I don't give it, tell me what you want, you can get it. yearn. I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like white, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now. I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, trying to avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. The hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf from the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills to the 2K lick. I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like goat. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard her name. Trying to play up my name when I'm 23 to it. And I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stains.
Well, days like these is why you have retractable roofs, and we've got an open one on a gorgeous afternoon for football at NRG Stadium in Houston. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Off of play action, Darnold finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now it's Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Texans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement, because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Stroud. It's complete to Diggs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Stroud working out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Stroud. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Stroud and company going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. What a real head-scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Play action. It's Darnold.
Wow.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And Stroud now to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Got his man complete over the middle. And Schultz will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Stroud out of the gun here. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Darnold. This is caught by Addison. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
And Darnold's going to change the play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw is Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Darnold now to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he wasn't able to do much with it.
Okay, here we go on fourth. Darnold. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's Darnold. Looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Stroud. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Stroud looking to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come on 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Stroud to throw it. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs from 8 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, Our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Back now in Houston. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Josh Oliver from 17 yards out. And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
I tried to click home.
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Stroud working out of the gun. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And Stroud now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Stroud out of the gun here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
to throw, Darnold. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Darnold.
Ooh, that could have been an interception.
Falls down incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Final 90 seconds here. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Every time I see speed like that, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you're overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Oh, they're changing this at the line. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
Oh!
They cannot convert.
Oh, snap.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texas defense stands tall. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Stroud back to throw.
Give me that.
That is intercepted. Picked
Give me that.
Stephon Gilmore. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Give me that.
Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 2nd down, goal to go. Now Darnold. Well, that'll be incomplete.
Oh, snap.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Darnold to throw. And he is in.
Let's go.
They have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth
Let's
quarter.
go.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud.
Let's go.
And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. When you talk about
GG.
making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identify.
Bro, I'm pressing.